Ever sent a text and realized it sounded rude in English? You wanted to say, "I'm busy," but it came out as, "Go away"? Friends got confused? We've been there too.
Or, even worse, ever been in a meeting and wanted to ask a question but you froze? You had the idea, but the words just wouldn't come out right? Ugh, I hate that feeling.
It's the worst. My student Steve tried to ask his boss for a raise. He practiced for days. But when he finally got in the room, he panicked and accidentally asked if his boss liked squirrels. True story.
Laughs. No way. Squirrels? That's hilarious, but also so relatable. We know this feels overwhelming, like everyone else understands something you don't.
Exactly. You're not alone. Asking questions in English is tough, especially if you're worried about making mistakes.
But it doesn't have to be. Today, we're going to give you the tools and strategies to ask questions in English without hesitation. No more squirrel incidents.
We're breaking down the common mistakes, giving you practical solutions, and even diving into some role-playing so you can see these techniques in action.
And stick around, because today's third tip is a game changer. It'll save you so much time and frustration. Seriously, I literally cried when a student told me it finally clicked for them.
So, grab a pen and paper or your favorite note-taking app. Let's get started.
Before we dive in, let's talk about why mastering questions is so important. It's not just about grammar.
Nope, it's about connection. Think about it. Asking questions is how you build relationships, learn new things, and make your voice heard.
This isn't just grammar. It's about finally texting your crush without panic. It's about participating confidently in that work meeting. It's about ordering food exactly how you want it.
It's about belonging. When you can ask questions freely, you feel more comfortable and confident in English-speaking environments. You can really start to build real friendships.
Totally. And confidence leads to joy. Imagine feeling genuinely excited to speak English instead of dreading it. That's what we want for you.
It's about finally understanding that hilarious meme your friend sent you. You know, the one you just awkwardly laughed at but secretly had no clue what it meant.
Okay, guilty. We've all been there. Look, learning English isn't just about memorizing rules. It's about unlocking a new world of opportunities and experiences.
And asking questions is the key that unlocks that world. So, let's equip you with that key, shall we?
Absolutely. Let's get you feeling empowered and ready to ask anything, anytime, anywhere. No more holding back.
But here's what most learners miss. It's not enough to just know how to form a question. You also need to know when to ask it and how to ask it in a way that's clear, polite, and effective.
Exactly. So we're going beyond the grammar textbook today. We're giving you the real-world strategies you need to succeed.
Are you ready to level up your English? Let's do it.
Okay, let's start by addressing some common mistakes that English learners make when asking questions. Recognizing these pitfalls is the first step to avoiding them.
Mistake number 1, word order confusion. This is a classic. Learners often get the word order mixed up, especially when forming questions with auxiliary verbs.
Story time. I once had a student, David, who kept saying things like, "You are going?" instead of, "Are you going?" It sounded a little interrogative robot.
Yeah, that's a common one. Remember the golden rule, subject-verb inversion for most questions.
Exactly. Okay, mistake number 2, forgetting auxiliary verbs. This happens most often with simple present and simple past tense.
My friend Anna kept saying, "You like pizza?" instead of, "Do you like pizza?" It's understandable, but it can sound a little incomplete.
Right. Don't forget those do, does, and did helpers. They're essential for forming correct questions.
Mistake number 3. Maria kept translating "me siento" to "I feel myself," facepalm. Instead of "how do you feel," she would say "how feel you." The direct translation doesn't always work.
Oh, bless her heart. That's a perfect example of how directly translating from your native language can lead to some hilarious but also confusing mistakes.
Exactly. Which brings us to our next point. Avoid direct translations. What works in your language might not work in English.
Case in point, sarcasm. In some cultures, sarcasm is very subtle. In English, it can be a bit more in your face.
True. So if you're asking a sarcastic question, make sure your tone and body language match. Otherwise, it might just sound like you're being genuinely confused.
Okay, mistake number 4, using the wrong question word. This can completely change the meaning of your question and lead to some awkward misunderstandings.
Remember the difference between who, what, where, when, why, and how. They each have a specific purpose.
I had a student who kept asking, "Where is your favorite color?" instead of "What is your favorite color?" Bless.
Bless. Okay, and finally, mistake number 5, not using proper intonation. The way you say something can be just as important as the words you use.
A rising intonation at the end of a sentence signals that you're asking a question. Without it, it might sound like you're making a statement.
So, practice your intonation. Listen to native speakers and pay attention to how they raise their voice at the end of questions.
These are just a few of the common mistakes that English learners make when asking questions. But don't worry, we're here to help you overcome them.
We're about to dive into some step-by-step solutions that will help you ask questions with confidence and clarity.
And trust us, once you master these techniques, you'll be amazed at how much easier it becomes to communicate in English.
No more awkward silences, no more confused looks, just clear, confident communication.
Are you ready to transform your question-asking skills? Let's get to it.
All right, let's get into the solutions. Step 1. Master the basic question structures. This is your foundation.
Think of it like building a house. You need a strong foundation before you can start adding the walls and the roof.
So, let's review the basic question structures. We have yes-no questions, WH questions, and tag questions.
Yes-no questions are the simplest. They can be answered with a simple yes or no. For example, are you hungry?
WIP questions start with a question word like who, what, where, when, why, or how. For example, where are you going?
And tag questions are short questions added to the end of a statement. For example, it's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Practice forming these basic question structures until they become second nature. It's like learning your multiplication tables. Once you know them, you can solve more complex problems.
Step 2. Practice, practice, practice. The more you practice asking questions, the more comfortable you'll become.
This seems obvious, but it's crucial. Find opportunities to ask questions in everyday situations. Ask your friends, your family, your teachers, even the cashier at the grocery store.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of the learning process. The important thing is to learn from them and keep practicing.
Step 3. Use a question-asking template. This is our game-changer tip. It's a simple but powerful tool that will help you form questions quickly and easily.
Think of it like a cheat sheet for asking questions. It provides you with a basic framework that you can adapt to different situations.
Here's the template. Question word plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb plus object.
For example, what is your favorite food? See how easy that is?
Using this template will help you avoid word order confusion and ensure that you're using the correct auxiliary verbs.
Step 4 is your grammar superhero. When you do this, high five. Master auxiliary verbs. Be, do, and have are the most common auxiliary verbs in English. Understanding how to use them correctly is essential for asking questions.
Think of them as the glue that holds your questions together. Without them, your questions might fall apart.
So, study the different forms of be, do, and have, and practice using them in different tenses.
Step 5. Pay attention to intonation. As we mentioned earlier, intonation is crucial for signaling that you're asking a question.
Practice raising your voice at the end of questions. Listen to native speakers and try to imitate their intonation patterns.
You can even record yourself asking questions and then listen back to see how you sound.
Step 6. Be mindful of your body language. Your body language can also affect how your questions are received.
Maintain eye contact, smile, and use open and inviting gestures. This will help you create a positive and approachable impression.
Avoid crossing your arms or looking down. This can make you seem defensive or uninterested.
Step 7. Ask clarifying questions. If you don't understand something, don't be afraid to ask for clarification.
You can say things like, "Could you please repeat that?" or "Could you explain that in a different way?"
Asking clarifying questions shows that you're engaged and interested in the conversation.
Step 8. Practice with native speakers. The best way to improve your question-asking skills is to practice with native speakers.
Find a language partner, join a conversation group, or take an English class. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become.
Step 9. Don't be afraid to experiment. Try out different question structures and see what works best for you.
There's no one-size-fits-all approach to asking questions. Find your own style and voice.
And finally, step 10, be patient with yourself. Learning to ask questions confidently takes time and effort.
Don't get discouraged if you make mistakes. Just keep practicing, and you'll eventually get there.
Remember, you're not alone. We're all in this together. You're not just learning English. You're joining the DialogueBoost family.
These 10 steps will help you transform your question-asking skills. But we're not done yet.
Next, we're diving into a deep dive subtopic, asking for directions. This is a real-world skill that you'll use all the time.
Okay, let's talk about asking for directions. This is a skill that's essential for navigating new places and getting around in English-speaking countries.
And it can be intimidating. I remember being completely lost in London once and being too afraid to ask for help. I walked around in circles for hours.
Oh no, but it happens. Asking for directions can be tricky because you need to understand specific vocabulary and cultural nuances.
So, let's break it down. First, let's go over some common vocabulary.
You'll need to know words like street, avenue, block, corner, left, right, straight, opposite, and next to.
You'll also want to know how to describe landmarks, like the red building or the park with the fountain.
Okay, let's do a role play. Emily, you be a tourist and I'll be a local.
Okay, sounds good. Excuse me, could you help me? I'm trying to find the National Museum.
Sure. The National Museum is about 2 blocks that way. Points. Go straight down this street, then turn left at the corner. It's on your right, opposite the library.
Okay, so straight down this street, left at the corner, and it's opposite the library. Got it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great time at the museum.
See how easy that was? The key is to be polite and clear.
And don't be afraid to ask for clarification. If you're not sure you understood the directions, ask the person to repeat them or to draw you a map.
Okay, let's do another role play, but this time let's add some emotional conflict. Ethan, you're still the local, but I'm a very frustrated tourist who's been lost for hours.
All right, I'm ready.
Excuse me, I've been walking around in circles for hours. Can you please tell me how to get to the central train station?
I understand you're frustrated, but I'm happy to help. The central train station is about a 15-minute walk from here.
Well, can you just tell me how to get there?
Of course. Go straight down this street for about 5 blocks. Then turn right onto Main Street. The train station will be on your left.
And how many blocks is that?
About 5 blocks, like I said. It's a large building. You can't miss it.
Okay, 5 blocks and then right on Main Street. Thank you. I'm sorry for being so rude.
No problem. It's understandable to be frustrated when you're lost. Just take a deep breath and follow those directions. You'll be there in no time.
See how important it is to remain calm and polite, even when you're dealing with someone who's frustrated?
And remember, people are usually happy to help. Most people enjoy giving directions.
So don't be afraid to ask for help. Just be polite, clear, and patient.
And if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, take a deep breath and remember that you're not alone. We've all been there.
Learning to ask for directions is a valuable skill that will help you navigate new places with confidence.
And now, let's move on to our interactive drill.
Okay, everyone, get ready for our interactive drill. We're going to practice forming different types of questions.
We're going to give you a statement, and you have to turn it into a question.
We'll give you a few seconds to think about it, and then we'll reveal the answer.
Are you ready? Let's go.
Statement: she is a doctor. Your turn.
Answer: is she a doctor?
Statement: they went to the beach. Your turn.
Answer: did they go to the beach?
Statement: he likes to play guitar. Your turn.
Answer: does he like to play guitar?
Statement: the book is on the table. Your turn.
Where is the book?
Statement: the movie starts at 7 p.m. Your turn.
When does the movie start?
Statement: she is happy. Your turn.
Answer: why is she happy?
Statement: you are tired, aren't you? Your turn.
That's already a tag question, so good job if you noticed that. This one was a trick.
Statement: he went to the store. Your turn.
Where did he go?
Statement: she speaks Spanish. Your turn.
Last one, statement: they are coming to the party.
Your turn.
Answer: are they coming to the party?
You're doing amazing! Congratulations! You've made it to the end of the video. You should be proud of yourselves.
Today, you didn't just learn English, you gained freedom to connect. You now have the tools and strategies you need to ask questions with confidence and clarity.
Remember to practice these techniques in your everyday life. The more you practice, the more comfortable you'll become.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of the learning process. Just learn from them and keep practicing.
We're here to support you on your English learning journey. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions.
And be sure to subscribe to our channel for more helpful English learning tips and tricks.
We have new videos coming out every week, so you won't want to miss them.
And don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you thought of this video.
We love hearing from you, and let us know what topics you'd like us to cover in future videos.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Happy learning! Bye!